that you had a nice Madaraka Day. My name is Nelius Wanjiru. I'm here to keep you updated on Madaraka Day News Edition. Tonight, we're going to look at how Madaraka Day went down in various counties in the country. Welcome. Remember, our news are also streamed on Facebook, Hope TV Kenya, and also on YouTube, Hope TV Kenya. Welcome till the end. And we start with Madaraka Day edition in Bungoma County, where President William Ruto has directed individuals who have grabbed public land in Bungoma to surrender it to pave the way for the expansion of various development projects in the region. Speaking while presiding over the 61st Madaraka Day celebration in Bungoma County, the head of state also sent a stern warning to government officials on the misuse of public resources. Meanwhile, this year's theme being agriculture and food security, Ruto has noted that investment in agriculture remain key to expansion of the most important value chain in the economy and in securing food security in the country. Grace Ahati begins our bulletin tonight.
President William Ruto has led the country in marking this year's Madaraka Day celebrations in a colorful event that was hosted at the Masinde Muliro Stadium in Bungoma County. In his speech, the president sent a stern warning to government officials on the misuse of public resources, further calling for accountability from the leaders. Simultaneously, Ruto has asked those who have grabbed public land in Bungoma to surrender it to pave the way for the expansion of the Masinde Muliro Stadium, airport, and other development projects in the region.
Every person in this country has the freedom and opportunity to make their contribution by giving their best in what they do. This is the source of our glory. Madaraka recognizes that Kenya's freedom was won by resolute farmers and determined workers on their shambas and their brave sons and daughters in forests, cities, factories, and plantations.
This year's Madaraka Day theme being agriculture and food security, President Ruto explained his administration's achievements in the agricultural sector and promised more development projects across the country. The president further noted that reforms have been carried out in coffee and tea, among other sectors, to ensure that farmers get good returns on their investment and improve the country's economy.
Agriculture also employs directly or otherwise an estimated 40% of our population. To build a robust and thriving economy, enhance social inclusion and improve environmental conservation on this critical sector, the government has deployed an agriculture-led, all-of-society approach in the form of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, of which agriculture is a critical, central, strategic pillar.
During the celebrations, President Ruto made a strong call for unity and patriotism among citizens, noting that Kenya will never go back to the politics of ethnicity, personalities, and exclusion. According to him, his agenda is focused on the development of the country, irrespective of how people voted during the last general election.
Wakenya walipiga kura kwa sera. Hawakupiga kura kwa mtu binafsi ama kwa mambo ya personality. Wananchi walisema tuuzie sera yako, na ndio sababu hiyo tunafuatilia kukamilisha mkataba tulipata kati yenu na sisi wakati tuliomba kura yenu. And going into the future, I want to promise the people of Kenya that we will not let you down. We will never go back to the politics of ethnicity.
Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Grace Ahati.
Many thanks, Grace, for that report. And now, Bungoma County Governor Kenneth Lusaka has proposed renaming the Matulo airstrip to William Ruto upon the completion of the ongoing renovations and upgrade. Lusaka made the suggestion during the 61st Madaraka Day celebrations at Masinde Muliro Stadium in Bungoma County. The previously abandoned airstrip was one of the most county's infrastructure that received a deficit of first lift ahead of the celebrations. However, efforts to build runways and terminals are underway as the county seeks to acquire more land. Other infrastructural development in Bungoma County include the revamping of the 15,000 capacity Masinde Muliro Stadium and the improvement of the main roads in Bungoma Town, projects which are still underway.
Mr. President, on behalf of the developed units, I want to thank you and commend you for your continued support for devolution and especially devolving these national celebrations to counties, for this strengthens your presidential resolve to support counties and the devolution agenda in your national endeavors. It is therefore a great honor for us as counties and as the people of Bungoma that you have chosen to share this national celebration with us. It would be remiss of me not to pass the gratitude of the people of Bungoma. Mr. President, all the major roads in Bungoma Town and its environments are well lit, hence promoting a 24-hour economy in our town. Our airstrip at Matulo can now safely land a 35-seater plane, but it's our wish and focus that in the future it be upgraded to an international airport. And Your Excellency, when it's at that level, I want to propose on behalf of the people of Bungoma that it be named after you.
Now we head to Kirinyaga County and take a look at how Madaraka Day went down, where Mount Kenya political leaders have continued to pledge their support to Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and have vowed to continue uniting all Mount Kenya leaders, saying that it was for the sake of development. Recent are leaders from Kirinyaga County who, during the Madaraka Day celebrations, have slammed other political leaders who are demeaning Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who comes from the region. Without unity, they said, the region would continue lagging behind in terms of getting government resources from the government. The leaders have also pledged their unwavering support to Kenya Kwanza government, noting that this is a democratic country and everyone should support whom they choose. Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru has told off her critics following her recent Facebook post over Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's position, saying she'll not be cowed by anyone and that she'll continue to support President William Ruto.
Mumeambiwa na mheshimiwa hapa, mimi hata nikiingia kwa siasa nilikuwa nimetoka kule serikalini. Nilikuja Kirinyaga kusimama kiti ya governor, si ndio? Na mwenye nilikuwa napigana na yeye alikuwa kigogo wa siasa. Martha Karua alikuwa amechaguliwa Kirinyaga miaka 20, kweli sio kweli? Akashikana na ndugu yangu hapa. Wakasema wamepanga Kirinyaga kwa sababu mtu ajibu kila siku, sikusema aelewi siasa. Mimi nilisema tuko wakati wa kazi. Tuko tu mwaka moja na nusu. Tumepita nusu kidogo. Hatujafika miaka 2. Tuko na miaka ingine miaka 3.
On his part, Kirinyaga County Assembly Speaker Muteti Muremi said that the outsiders have no moral authority to lecture the Deputy President, cautioning Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja that they are watching and soon they will take action if disrespect persists.
Sisi today we are celebrating 61 years of independence. Tukakuja tukapata democracy. Right now we are working towards economic freedom. Na mtu yeyote anaturudisha to a tribal formation, that is an enemy of Mount Kenya. Hatutaki kuwekwa kando venye tulitaka kuweka kando 2007.
His sentiments were echoed by Kirinyaga Deputy Speaker Jinaro Njamumo.
Wewe uko na makasiriko yako mahali uko na tulitengeneza serikali pamoja, umeanza kukasirika, usituletee makasiriko Kirinyaga. Governor fanya kazi na His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Ndiye akikwambia right, kwenda right governor. Akikwambia kwenda left governor. Akikwambia forward, twende mbele. Kwa sababu 2027 governor mbele yetu na mbele yako iko sawa.
Reporting for Hope TV News Watch, my name is Nelius Wanjiru. And now we head to Siaya County, still on matters Madaraka Day, where the red IDCs which was witnessed in the coastal areas, particularly Mombasa County, is said to have spread to Siaya County, with residents being urged to maintain high standards of hygiene so as to contain it. According to the Siaya County Commissioner, that is Norbert Komora, several schools have been affected by the disease, otherwise known as conjunctivitis. Addressing this year's Madaraka Day celebrations at the Kenya Medical Training College KMTC grounds in Siaya Town. Komora said that his office contemplated closing down the educational institutions as a result of the disease, but the decision was rescinded after consultation. In his speech read by Ogutu, Governor James Orengo called on Kenyans to jealously guard devolution, which he terms as a key of fruit of the struggle for a better Kenya that the country's forefathers fought for.
The red eye conjunctivitis disease that has affected several of our schools. And at one point we are contemplating closing several of the schools. But after we had discussed extensively with the Public Health Department, as well as the Department of Education, we decided that it is better we contain the disease within the schools, rather than sending the students home, which would have made the disease spread even much further. But I must add that for us to be able to contain the disease, cleanliness is the key. And what we need to do is just to wash our hands, to avoid the handshakes. Not in the context that you're understanding it, but just the normal handshake where you maybe meet a friend and you have to maybe get to know about each other's welfare, and as well as avoiding touching your eyes, especially before you have cleaned up your hands.
Devolution is a key fruit of this struggle for a better Kenya, and I urge you to protect and hold it dear to your hearts. Let us preserve, protect, and propagate this precious gift so that at the appropriate time we will hand it over to the future generations. A key part of the Pan-Africanist philosophy that Kenya's founding fathers adhered to was that Africa had been the land of great civilization that lost their way as they came under the external assault of slavery and later colonization. Madaraka, therefore, was and remains an opportunity for reclamation of our histories as free peoples.
And now we take a look at Nyandarua County Madaraka Day edition, where Nyandarua Deputy Governor John Mathara has called for unified unity for development progress among Mount Kenya leaders, warning that internal discord could yield severe repercussions. While acknowledging the diverse political landscape of the region, Mathara noted the need for unity for collective effort in driving regional development and fostering national cohesion. Speaking during Madaraka Day celebrations at Wakirogo Stadium in Kipipiri Sub-County, he warned that infighting the division among leaders could stall development projects and weaken the region's political and economic influence.
Nataka tu kuomba viongozi zetu katika Mount Kenya wapate nafasi ya kuongea pamoja, ndio tupate kuongea kitu moja. Together together unity na hinyawitu. Kwa sababu 1992 tulifanya makosa kubwa sana tukapoteza uongozi katika Mount Kenya. Sababu tulianza vita, sisi ni watu wa Kibaki, sisi ni watu wa Matiba. Na hapo tukapata kura 2.4 billion. Rais Moi alipata 1.9 billion. Na basi ndiye akawa rais. Lakini kama tungeungana pamoja tungekuwa tuna uongozi. Saa hii basi tumeanza marumbano, tumeanza kupigana. Mimi ningeomba viongozi katika Mount Kenya tupate nafasi ya kuongea pamoja. Na vile vile hata sisi hapa Nyandarua County. Viongozi tukianzisha hapa assembly, tukuje hapo members of parliament 5 of them, tukuje kwa mama county, tukuje kwa executive deputy governor, governor mwenyewe na senator, tupate kuketi chini kama watu wa Nyandarua, tuongee pamoja lugha moja, ndio tupate kuendelea na kuongoza county yetu vizuri. Mimi nimezunguka hapa kutoka Kenton kuenda Karampton na nikaona kwamba it is the Israel of Kenya, Nyandarua. Tuko na mali nyingi sana, lakini tukiweza kuongea pamoja, we shall not have the deliberate objectives in how we can enhance or reap the benefits of our unity.
Now to Narok County, where the Narok County Governor Patrick Ole Ntutu led residents in celebrating Kenya's 61st Madaraka Day at the William Ole Ntimama Stadium. This year's Madaraka Day theme being agriculture and food security. Governor Ole Ntutu noted that Kenyans' sole duty, therefore, is to continue working towards developing the country for generations to come. Ole Ntutu also cautioned political leaders from Narok about spreading political hatred. And for that report from Narok County, allow us to take a short commercial break. We shall get back and inform you more news that made headlines today. Don't touch the dial.
Are you ready to celebrate the brilliance, resilience, and outstanding achievements of remarkable women in East Africa? Hope Media, in partnership with BH Media Agency, brings you the East Africa Women of Excellence Awards Kenyan Chapter. The East Africa Women of Excellence Awards Kenyan Chapter aims at celebrating and honoring the unsung women trailblazers and the change makers in various fields of influence. Visit our website at www.womenofexcellenceawards.co and vote a woman of impact in the various categories. Let's celebrate the incredible achievements of women together, and don't forget to tune in on the 14th of June this year as we honor the winners. For partnership and sponsorship, call Eunice on 0719 863 336 or Warren on 0724 514 998. You can also email customerexperience@hopefm.org. The East Africa Women of Excellence Awards, recognizing East Africa women of impact.
Life is a school. If you're living, you're definitely going to learn lessons every day. However, some of these life lessons can be too costly. Coming soon on Hope TV is a brand new show called Expensive Lessons, where our guests narrate thrilling, exciting, sometimes even scary stories of their life's journey that have cost them a lot, but they have learned lessons that you and I can benefit from.
Personally, I don't think I'm keen on working with government again. We all know, we all read the papers, we've all seen the stories.
Sometimes we can reach a place and think that is our destination, but really it's not.
You definitely don't want to miss out on this thrilling classroom from the School of Life, only on Hope TV, where we look and live.
Now, away from matters Madaraka Day, let's take a look at matters education, where junior secondary school teachers have signed a return to work formula to end their 3-week strike. The teachers who are demanding employment on a permanent and pensionable basis have been assured that interns will be absorbed in the next financial year. According to Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, KUPPET Secretary General Akelo Misori, they also agreed that all show cause letters issued by the TSC for engaging in strike will be withdrawn. The agreement reached on Madaraka Day promises to bring much-needed relief on students who have been stranded since the second term began. The teachers will return to class on early Monday, June 3rd. Additionally, TSC committed to reinstating teachers who had been deregistered and had their salaries withheld due to their involvement in the strikes. Looking ahead, TSC has outlined plans to employ up to 26,000 junior secondary school intern teachers on permanent and pensionable terms by January 2025. This move will require a substantial financial commitment, with TSC estimating the cost at Kenya shillings 8.3 billion. And moving on, Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga has defended her decision to replace 500 million animal feed project with a new county headquarters, citing safety concerns and economic benefits. Speaking during the groundbreaking ceremony, Wanga explained that the proximity of the factory to Kabune airstrip posed a significant risk, as it could attract birds and potentially cause air accidents. The area MP Opondo Kaluma supported the project, highlighting its potential to expand Homa Bay town towards rural areas.
I would like to state also, for avoidance of doubt, that this space was meant for an animal feed factory, and you can see the buildings, which we had started to complete. But something happened with the airport, which is that you cannot have, you know what happened with Kina Bensouda yesterday at the airport, the bad situation with the plane. You cannot have an animal feed factory here that will attract all the birds and have the airport right here. It will not work. So that is why we did the replanning, repurposing, and the animal feed is going to move to wherever else an investor can take it. But we are driving our industries also towards the special economic zone and also spreading them out to as many places as we can within the other constituencies. So that is, I also wanted to just say that, because people will say, oh, they have taken the animal feed plant away.
The National Land Commission has spoken to the need to properly plan Homa Bay Town and Homa Bay County. This is not going just to provide facilities for the people with whom you are going to serve our people, but really it is also going to inform the planning of Homa Bay County in a very big way.
On other news, Thika butchers have protested plans by Kiambu County government to relocate them to Kabati in Murang'a, saying they feared some corrupt individuals might be salivating for their 20-acre Thika slaughterhouse prime land. The meat sellers vowed not to move, calling on the county government of Kiambu to rescind its decision, arguing that the notice to vacate caught them by surprise as they were not consulted in first place. Speaking to the media, the butchers, who have been in Thika Abita for the last 20 years, said they suspect the prime land might be up for grabs by the powerful individuals from the county government of Kiambu. They added that Governor Kimani Wamatangi had visited the Thika Abitia the previous day but was skeptical on the issue, only to send his junior officers the following day who would develop his main plan. And now we take a look at matters health, where the Ministry of Health is developing advocacy messages targeting the youth with the aim of improving their access to sexual and reproductive health services. According to the ministry's senior program officer in the Division of Reproductive and Maternal Health, that is Martin Buru, they are currently pre-testing the key messages that seek to address key issues of sexual reproductive health, including gender-based violence, HIV and AIDS, together with maternal and neonatal mortality rates in the country. Speaking during the forum, the Executive Director of African Gender and Media Initiative Trust, Gladys Kio, said they saw the need for enhancing communication after realizing that the reproductive health outcomes were still negative despite availability of proper services and healthcare personnel in the country.
This is the first county that we are pre-testing our messages that we started them. We started to develop these messages early 2023, that is around March. And we are targeting to pre-test in the 4 counties before we roll it out to the entire nation. That is Siaya County is the first one, then we'll move to Mombasa, go to Garissa, and eventually in Nairobi, whereby towards the end of this year, we are looking forward to be able to finalize and also to validate these messages so that they can be used in the whole country. And these messages are specifically targeted to the duty bearers, and the duty bearers are the policy makers, both at the national and the county levels. We're also looking, these messages are targeted to the caregivers, including the healthcare providers, the guardians and the parents of young people. We're also looking these messages to the right holders, who are the young people themselves, the challenges they go through, and what kind of address they would like for them so that their issues can be addressed at all levels, from the community all the way to the highest office of the land.
We want healthcare workers to appreciate the needs of adolescent girls and young women, to appreciate their reproductive health needs, so that when they visit health facilities, they are able to access what we are calling youth-friendly services. So we are building the capacities of health workers around that, alongside developing these messages. And these messages are being developed by the young women themselves and the duty bearers themselves, collaboratively bringing that young person in the room. It is important that we have young people in the room because we cannot address them in absentia. For us to be effective, we must listen to that voice, and that voice must count.
Now on sports news, National Volleyball Champions KCB has booked a place in the final of the Kenya Volleyball Federation League playoffs after hammering Detectives DCI 3-0 in a semi-final clash at the Kasarani Indoor Gymnasium. The bankers who had to dig deep in the first leg of the semis yesterday saw off their opponents by straight sets 25-20 and 25-19, and still 25-9 to set their sights on their claiming the national women's title. Commenting after the win, KCB head coach Jafeth Munala noted that they had to work hard yesterday to beat DCI, who gave them a run for their money. And for that report, we come to the end of our News Watch tonight. Many thanks to everyone that made the News Watch a success, including our reporters on duty, our editors, not forgetting our directors. My name is Nelius Wanjiru. Have a good night and continue to watch Hope TV, where you look and live.